All right. Last time we talked was Thursday at the close, and then Friday we had a monster gap down. So we have two massive gaps to the upside. We dropped an additional 5 to 6% in the S&P 500. And then overnight, there was another 5% drop, which we did gap down yet again, but we already filled that gap with today's price action. So we had three massive gap downs in a row. And if you just look at the close on April 2nd, which was Wednesday, all the way to the low that we had, just those 3 days was about a 15% drop. And from close to close, that was a 10.5% drop. So just in 2 to 3 short trading days, the S&P 500 dropped an additional 10% from the all-time high. That is now a drop of nearly 18%. And we were in bear market territory intraday, even though we didn't close in it. And on top of that, we've had extremely high volume for the past 2 days. So without a doubt, there has been a ton of excitement in the stock market, and it is all based on extremely high volume trading and what looks like full-blown capitulation and panic. And this is exactly what the market was doing back in March 2020 when it was just crashing down, and that did put in a bottom. And there's never going to be good news at a stock market bottom. The whole reason the market has dropped nearly 20% in just a matter of a little over a month is simply because of mass fear and panic. And that is exactly what we are seeing in this market. And as you can tell, it all started when we broke down below that danger zone, which was back there on April 3rd on Thursday. And then we just started to continue to flush. So there's a few things we need to talk about. The first one is that we are obviously extremely close to a bear market. We were in bear market territory and closed out above it. So we did avoid bear market territory, but it is just right around the corner if we continue lower. And we really need to address these giant gaps to the upside at SPY 536 and 554, because those are more than likely exhaustion gaps within a capitulation. And I am telling you right now, when you get exhaustion gaps in a capitulation, you get V-shaped recoveries, which means we could be back at SPY 554 by the end of the month, if not sooner. And I am not saying this is going to happen. I am just telling you it is extremely possible. And sometimes it's very difficult to understand that could be possible when you're just looking at how fast the market's dropping and everybody is panicking and everybody is fearful. It is very easy to forget how quickly things can snap back and how quickly things can go back to normal. So the one thing I need you to watch right here would be this level at SPY 513. If we can get back above that, look for a gap fill at 536. And then if we can start getting above 536 to 544, then we are looking for 554. While we are below 513, it is completely fine to continue to stay risk off just in case we go down for one more leg lower. And that next leg lower would take us into bear market territory as we break down below that low at 488 and hit the next price target at 473. And then if we just continued to crash below 473, we would have 453. So there's a very simple line in the sand. I'm going to give you both scenarios. Above 513, you are looking for 536. And if we cannot break above 533, you are coming down here for another leg lower at 473. I want to keep it simple with you, so you have very actionable price action right around one level only, which is SPY 513. And if we get back above 513, don't forget how quickly we could start to snap back to close those gaps, because those are more than likely exhaustion gaps, which is more than evident by the high volume selling and the two exhaustion gaps to the downside. This is exactly what stock market bottoms look like, and this could be the low right here at bear market territory before we continue higher. And the way you're going to know that is watching the price action above or below 513. On the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs, we were up 0.24% today, and very similar story as SPY. We broke down below the danger zone back here on Thursday, April 3rd, and then from there, if you just look at the Wednesday high to the intraday low, we dropped an additional 15%, and from the all-time high, we were down nearly 25.5%. So again, these are monster moves to the downside, and they're happening very quickly on extremely high volume, and this is exactly what you're going to see when a market is capitulating and trying to reach a bottom. And we have two massive gaps to the upside at 449 and 465. So just like SPY, it is possible that we've already put in the bottom with today's capitulation low and we're getting ready to V-shape recover. And this is a very real possibility, and it is all going to depend on whether or not we can hold above 420. So 420 will be your line in the sand for the triple Qs. Above 420, we are looking for a gap fill at 450. And if we cannot hold above 420, then we are looking for this this next leg lower, which is likely going to take us down to 390. So 420 right on cue with April 20th coming up around the corner is going to be your line in the sand for the triple Qs. Above, we're looking for 450, and below, we'll be looking for 391. So watch price tomorrow and watch that very critical pivot if we could get above or below it. If we hold above it, then we are very likely going to continue what we started today and fully close that exhaustion gap. On Bitcoin, we are currently trading just below 80,000, and I gave you a line in the sand on Bitcoin, which was 81,000, and I told you below that we would be looking for 78,000 and then 73,000, and as of today, the low of the day was 74,000, so we were just about $1,000 off. And while we're below 81,000, it is still looking risk off with increased chances to go lower and hit 73,000, especially as these Bollinger Bands expand. If we can get back above 85,000 and then 88,000, then and only then would I be looking to get bullish in Bitcoin, because if you zoom out and just look at your chart, this is all lower highs getting rejected and now making lower lows. So there's no hurry to be a Bitcoin bull while we're down here below 81,000. And then very quickly, I want to take a look at the VIX, because the intraday high on the VIX was 60. And the last time we saw that was going back here in August of 2024. And that was also a capitulation low. So this is reaching levels in the VIX where we could be reaching mass fear and mass panic and capitulating, which could be putting in a bottom. For that reason, pay attention to those critical lines in the sand that I gave you on SPY, which is going to be right there at 513. And if we can hold above that, do not rule out the possibility we get a very quick sharp rebound, which would easily close the gaps above and then come into resistance. And then once we get into resistance, we need to be very careful and understand if we are indeed entering into a deeper bear market and we're just putting in another lower high. So continue to manage that risk, watch price around these critical levels. It is going to be as simple as above or below the levels that I gave you. So all you need to do is watch price and follow the chart. Remember, no matter what you're doing to manage risk, this is an extremely volatile market. With the VIX hitting 60 today, I shouldn't have to explain why it's a volatile market. And in a volatile market, do keep in mind volatility works in both directions. So if we start to get signs of buyers, especially on this very high volume, it is likely going to be a massive move to the upside and in very short order. If you want to come trade with me, the best way to do that is TSC Trade Alerts, where you get all of the buy and sell alerts for the exact percent allocations that I am taking for the TQQQ and the SQQQ. With all of this volatility, now is a great time to be a trader. So you can find out how to join by clicking on the link in the description of this video. So thank you for watching, everybody. Now go crush this market.